it's Beck from Cat Sleeve here. Now, you guys have asked me recently to present a few more videos about how to keep your plants safe and happy over the winter period. So I thought that I would do one since I'm sitting in my bedroom today, freezing. So we have two main issues to focus on during winter. So one is that it gets really hot in some places, so you need to avoid the heat. And the other is the dry air and the drafts that can be problematic for your plants. So first of all, I'll talk about the heat. Obviously your heater, whatever type of heater you have, is producing heat. So in an immediate sort of surroundings of that heater or heat source, it's going to be quite hot. You don't want to have any plants in this area because those plants will suffer. The heat is not something that they're equipped to deal with. They can't regulate their temperature like us or perhaps pets can. So you need to make sure that you protect them by moving them further away from the heat source, making sure that where they are is not being adversely affected by the heat. The next question, or the next subject, I suppose, is the dryness of the air. We all know that heaters and air conditioners dry out the air. That's why people have evaporative coolers, and that's why people use humidifiers and things like that to try and boost the humidity, because really dry air is not only drying for us and our skin, but it's drying for our plants as well. So what you want to have in place is either be running a humidifier, so you can buy things like a proper humidifier. You can buy diffusers, so oil diffusers and things like that. Some of them can be helpful. Even vaporizers for children who have had croup or asthma sort of issues. If you've got one of those lying around that you're no longer using, they actually make really great humidifiers for your plants. So make sure that wherever you do have your plants, if you kind of huddle them together in the same sort of area, you can have a humidifier going there, and it will help them to cope, I suppose, with the dry air that we're producing from our heaters. So the last bit to do with the dry air is obviously the drafts. Most plants really don't like a draft, with the exception of perhaps air plants and some of the sort of maidenhair ferns and things like that don't like the air to be too stagnant or too still. So they're probably the only ones that can handle a little bit of a draft, but you don't want anything excessive. So if you've got a duct blowing hot air from one direction, make sure that wherever you put your plant, you sort of put your hand out and it's not being sort of blown by that heat. You're not feeling the air hitting your hand. So keep them away from those places. You can move your plants to alternative spots, such as, perhaps your bathroom or a non-used room that you can close the duct off in. I have most of my plants in my bedroom and the kids' bathroom, because both of those spots either don't have a duct at all, or I can close the duct, and that's what I've done in our bedroom, which is why it's freezing. But we make do with extra blankets and things like that so that my plants don't suffer. There are a couple of tips for you. I will be covering more over the coming weeks, so stay tuned, keep your eye out, and if you have any specific questions, please put them in the comments and things, or send me a message, and I'll be happy to go over those things too. Bye!